There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only Benjamin Zulu himself.
Today's topic is one that has left many hearts wounded, homes broken, and some people nursing some traumas. And these traumas are coming from the way the man treated his family. Today's question is, why would a man easily forget his wife and children for a side chick? Quite a heavy one, but I know Benjamin Zulu has a lot to tell us on that one. Welcome to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Kirimi, and here is the conversation we are having. Yes,
and we are saying, why is it so devastating yet so common? And why would a man really do that?
Yeah.
And I want to give you the first reason is that if a man is doing this many times is because he is confusing the honeymoon phase with the girlfriend vis-a-vis the advanced love stage with the wife. He has a very little understanding of the love dynamic and how love evolves.
Yes.
The romance and the heat and chills and goosebumps of honeymoon stage that he's now entered with that new woman. It looks more exciting compared to the advanced stage of love with the wife. Somebody, the progression of the four stages put them like forming, storming, norming, and performing. Forming is the honeymoon. We are coming together, the chills, the excitement. Then there is the storming. Storming is when now the rubber meets the road. Our weaknesses clash. Our lifestyles and perspectives need alignment. There is friction because now we are moving together. When bottles are moving in a crate, you hear them making noise. They're not breaking each other. It's because they're operating in the same space. Operating in the same space has some shake, has some noise. Storming is the test where people are tested for their commitment, are tested for how they align their lifestyle. If you married when you were very far away and me very far away, the marriage is threatened by the distance. And if we don't make the necessary sacrifices, people start saying, you know, my job has sent me to so far away to Garissa. My job is because of the job. It's because of the job. They remove themselves as if they're helpless. That's where the marriage, the love ends. And I hope you know, people, love can die and they're still married. They remain married, but the love died. Hollow, empty marriage. It's very common. When you don't prioritize the union, the soul of the marriage dies and you remain with a box. Logistics center. Some people stay together because it's too inconveniencing to start again. But they're not together. Storming is when what in our lives was facing away begins to pull. We are meeting every weekend and that's not enough for me. In between, I need company. I feel the lovesick. If you started normally, if your marriage is going through normal progression, you have time to say, if it feels like this when you're only 2 of us, what about when babies arrive? If it feels so stressful to wait until fortnightly when we are going to meet. How about when there's a situation? Right now it's just love and romance. What about when there's a situation? How will I survive when you're so far away? You can't something send on a phone call. Sometimes when taking the phone to make a call is a privilege, my friend. Situations come and you can't even lay hold of the phone. You need somebody there. You can have a baby just crying as if they're dying. Sometimes babies cry until you start looking that they've been bitten by a bug. They cry so furiously. You start looking what has bitten them. It could just be heat. Just heat. It could just be dust, a cloth that's uncomfortable, a dream, anything. They don't have anything to say. They don't know how to talk.
Tired,
sleepy. Wet diaper. But before you check what it is, as some babies are dramatic, they resemble one of you who does not sleep in an organized manner. So maybe they lifted their leg in the wall. And it got somewhere, they felt some pain. So it could be anything. When do you make the fall? You can't even talk. It could be possible that the storming stage is with the baby you arrived. the stretch that came, the demand for us to unite more, to communicate better. Yeah. And instead of us taking it better, we say taking it positively. It's an invitation to stick closer, to fight it out. That's the time when families bite. That's when they sense the absence of each of you. Yeah. And they react. You're no longer sending as much money. You're not even as available. You pretend now you don't care. No. They're pulling away. They're pulling that. Your friends, the gang you used to hang out with, your job is sending you all over, demanding more of your time, overtime. I don't know what. Storming is when life tests your union. And if you fight from outside as if you're fighting against each other, you're doomed. So this man could be simply confusing the storming stage with the forming stage.
Okay.
He's starting over there.
Yeah.
If he continues that relationship, it will also get to storming.
The storming and the norming.
Yes.
Yes.
They go progression together.
Yes.
So if you navigate the storms, the storming stage, the conflict stage, well, you learn your trigger points, how you prefer to be communicated to, how sensitive you are with the time.
Yeah.
Couples can disagree about going to the same event.
Yes.
And one is a little bit relaxed, the other one is very punctual. That is very annoying. One is very meticulous with the car, the other one is a little bit rough.
Yeah.
One drives as if they're trying to kill us. The other one is praying that we arrive safely. You know, you're carrying people and they're holding. They arrive with the panic attack. Oh, we arrived.
Yeah.
Let us relax. You disagree about styles. How you dress, how you eat, how you sleep, how you dress, where you leave your clothes, how you clean up after you wash yourself, where you leave your shoes, how you sit on the sofa, how much food. Storming stage. It can be anything.
Yes.
And just that manner of taking the phone in the bedroom and waking everybody. Or your phone that has a ringtone of breaking glass. You're wondering, my friend, you're a family man now. Can you calm down? By the time married people keep their phones completely silent, you wonder, where did this come from? Where is your phone always silent?
Yes.
Because vibration is enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too many dynamics going on. Too many.
Yeah, a form of communication.
Because there's a small person here, you just need to trigger them a little bit.
Yeah.
And you have 1 hour of drama. You're going to trigger people. So we are calm. You know, this man, for not understanding and for thinking love is just about romance and excitement.
Yeah.
And because society also hypes men as if they are masters, they need to be treated like a kingpin. He does not understand that this is a journey. He's expecting kingpin treatment throughout. Yeah. And society has deceived men to blot their ego, that they're supposed to be aggrandized, indulged, worshipped, and the woman is here to just serve you, make you feel good, Some of them are stuck in that space without realizing there's a progression of the union. There's a progression. We are evolving. We are growing. And the woman sometimes may not be able to cook the food hands on herself. She may be too stretched by the other things. She may have to delegate. And therefore the food will not be as good as you like it or even made to your taste. A friend observed something and he said whether he's crazy, because he said they had been hiring house helps for close to 10 years and they had not found one who knows how to cook. Even frying onions, the way you would cut and prepare vegetables.
Yes.
The wife cooks, it's so tasty. And he goes, cooks, it's okay. You give anybody else,
they can't deliver that.
Surely, if you cut onions and put there and just...
Why is the difference so huge?
You wonder, how do you manage to make food tasteless?
Yeah.
Fry. Say, some people are very creative in creating problems. When they're not there, where there was none. And then you can have a storm coming from the wife who cannot give you the quality of food you're used to, because there's another journey we are going through, because there's something else. A wife is not always healthy also.
Yeah.
We are living in a time when health problems are in our families, we don't talk about them.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy of silence in Africa where we make it a family issue. So you think you are alone. And what you don't know is somebody told me that of all the families he knows among his friends, half of them, all of them have a struggle with health, but it is not talked about. You only know about it when you come close. Struggle with health. And then he told me, those who don't have health have alcoholism. Another problem. But do we talk? We act normal.
We don't.
We are okay. So this man will think there's too much pain in my home, let me get another. That woman is happy over there.
Okay. Wrong move.
When you are not informed about the universality of human suffering and the conditions we are dealing with in Africa, there's a president may told me, even if you're okay as a woman and you conceive after that 5, they treat your pregnancy as high risk in many facilities, even if you have no problem.
Yeah.
Our health has deteriorated so much that 35 and pregnant is a risk.
Yeah.
Imagine.
And 35 is not an old person.
Surely. You know.
Really, yeah.
You understand? What has happened? Our living habits have caused our bodies, our environment is so toxic.
Yeah.
The foods we eat, and they say at this point it's no longer individual. There are steps you can take individually. There are steps you can take to make sure you are healthier. You live better, and you should take those steps. But it said, whether you are living better, you are a conscious eater, because some people are not conscious. They don't care what they consume, they just consume.
Yeah.
But some people are conscious, and you can see the difference.
Yes.
They're really conscious. Take the right amounts of water. They take vegetables. They do fitness. They check their weight. Some people are conscious, and it pays off in many ways in life. But whether you are healthy or not, are you that right? Pregnant? You need
high
more.
Risk.
You need more observation. You need closer monitoring. You know, and it's because things are coming from left, right, and center. Just to tell you, what the man is sometimes deluded by is that this, what I have at home, has progressed and matured.
Yes.
And I think it was Ravi Zacharias who wrote the book called Moving from Romance to True Love. They were differentiating the romance of the excited forming stage from the true love. What men don't see is that the dynamic at home will appear wherever you take this relationship.
Yeah.
You can get addicted to dopamine thrill of new connections if you're not careful. You can get into that childlike new toy excitement. Children are excited with the new toy. Then they get bored with it. Another new toy.
They want a new one.
Actually, when you become a conscious parent, again, this phase of life, every phase of life has the unconscious way of doing it and conscious way of doing it. Many new drivers are excited to keep running until you realize the car is not immortal.
Yeah.
It takes an impact. Then you become a conscious driver. You realize the more you push it, the more time you have to do repairs.
Yeah.
The more time. So you can have a conscious driver, one conscious driver. So when you become a conscious parent, one thing they tell you, don't bring too many toys to children because you're distracting them too much. Actually give them 1 or 2 or 4 at most, and don't keep replacing them. Children they prefer day-to-day items. The spoon you're holding, the plate you're holding.
Yeah.
And somebody actually, they take time to even place them there. Let's see how many times they're choosing common day items. They want to identify with the grown-ups. They don't want to be seen as children. So they want what grown-ups have. Their food is there, well cooked, but you have your plate. They want yours.
Yeah.
Mom must give you the same spoon she's eating.
Yes.
That's when the child now will eat very well.
Yes.
But if you take her special, now you're trying to, no, I want yours. So sometimes the mother will have a plate with 2 foods. You know?
Yes.
Sometimes the distraction the man is looking for has been studied in babies. New toy. New joy with the new toy. Bored, next. Bored, next.
Literally.
That's when men who are away and they try to buy toys to substitute their presence. They miss it. They miss the point. You bring this toy, PS4, he gets bored, he wants the next one. And you can go to a place of toys, and if you're not careful, you make your house just a dump site.
Yeah.
Dump site. New parents are usually preyed upon by the market by selling you 100 things. Some you will never use.
Everything.
You will need this stroller, you will need this baby carrier, you need this co-sleep. Have you known there's this rocking chair, there's this, that is a full industry. And you will be emptied of your money.
Yeah.
By the time it's a second child, sorry, we don't need that. Sorry, we don't need that.
You've learned.
You crowd your house, and you can't realize these children get bored with the toy. 1 minute like this, they only need basic, and then next one, that yogurt can, give them that one. That's a toy. They play with that one today. They even get attached to funny things.
Yes.
Things you don't expect.
Yeah.
Just a funny thing there, a bright cup that has a bright light. Yeah. That's the toy today.
Yes.
So you learn, my child wants to live, to pretend they're also grown up. You know, you have a 2-year-old boy fighting for the steering wheel with the dad. And around there's a fight. You came with the toys, the boy wants the steering wheel.
Yes.
So you learn, and I pity men. We have not learned about our feelings. We behave like children, and it's very sad. You see the man getting excited like a child, and you know this one too will die. After a while, the excitement will die. It will need something new, because that's how excitements operate, even from babies. If you do not control your excitement, the newness, becomes restless and keep you restless. You must keep looking for a new one, looking for a new one, looking for a new one. That is just untamed dopamine that you have not learned to settle and see something through. That's the same problem. People start projects and leave them unfinished. Start another one, leave it. Start another one, leave it. Because just the excitement of starting.
Yes.
Staying with something to conclusion, that's what gives you the real reward of accomplishment. Yeah. But many don't know that projects become boring and they need stretch at some point. Let me tell you, the reason I want you to find a career that you intrinsically love is because all careers will become boring. All projects will become boring at some point.
Yeah.
You started with excitement, somewhere in the middle, it is asking you, is it worth it?
Is it worth it?
Do you want to continue with this?
It's not giving you returns as fast.
And other things are inviting you.
Yeah.
You know, you can have 100 startups, and none of the startups has been set up, completed. You can have a person who's always starting things, never completing. They start a house here, start there, start this project, start a business, start. Excitement of starting. That's what the man is doing. It's a universal weakness. Yeah. That when there's excitement, you act. When excitement goes, you get bored. And you may think they will stay with that girlfriend. No. Because they have learned to escape. When they are bored, even here, they will have to escape.
Yeah.
So that is one reason. He could simply be mistaking the dopamine of a new thing and comparing it with the oxytocin, serotonin, satisfaction of a real, mature, stable relationship. Yeah. Men, sometimes we are not taught about our emotional life. Who tells men about emotions? They pretend they don't have emotions. They pretend like they're always tough.
Yes.
They act like they are not vulnerable. Men are being told like if they're not open, if they are closed, now they are strong. Lions shed no tears. No. No. Men are being lied to.
Yes.
And the one language I want you to teach your son.
Yeah.
Let us teach our sons just the vocabulary of feelings. Go teach your son the vocabulary of feelings. Don't bother breaking it down according to Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah.
Just go tell him how to say he's sad, he's hungry, he's disappointed, he's bored.
Yeah.
Let your son learn to say he felt left out, betrayed, let down.
Yeah.
And picked on. That teacher picked on me.
Yeah.
When you don't teach your child, your boy, emotional vocabulary, he will remain with the two feelings, lust and anger.
Oh no, yeah. Yes.
That's what rules men. That's all.
And this being a husband, this is a very unsettled home.
My friend.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, you see, they tell you men have no feelings. Then at night when you're sleeping and Manu is playing Chelsea. And the estate was quiet.
Yes.
Until Manu scored. Wow! Some people are gathered somewhere. You told me they have no feelings. What are those?
Those are feelings.
You know.
Yes.
You sit in front of that guy who will also score you as the man who scores.
You think he's the one who scored it, actually?
You know.
Yeah.
No. It's just that men don't understand their feelings. There's one man you can study who understood his feelings, and I admire him. And he was given the greatest compliment, in my view. David wrote so many psalms expressing feelings. Even betrayal by his friend. Cursing his friend. Saying, we went together and now you rose against me. May what you wished me come to... He expressed joy, disappointment. He sang songs. I realized, songs are a good outlet. Instead of waiting for you to blow up in fit of rage, what road rage men are famous for. Road rage, and somebody does things and burns themselves up or whatever, ruin their life in fit of rage. David would put that out. Then he had a heart that was after God's own heart. He loved God sincerely. You can love as a man. You can show your feelings and you have not lost your masculinity. If you lose it, if you show it, if you express it in a healthy way. In a healthy way. If you don't express it, it becomes a problem. So many times a man will just be confusing those two dynamics in the relationship. The second reason he will quickly abandon his wife and children for side chick is that it's a principle that says when a man has to choose between two women, he usually gravitates to the one of a weaker mind. So he's gravitating to the girlfriend because she has a weaker mind.
Okay.
She's easy to believe lies that she's special.
Yes.
She's easy to believe lies that is the other woman is bad. She's easy to lie to. She's more gullible that she thinks she's safe with a man who has already fled his family.
Yes.
A normal person would question, am I safe? If you have the capacity to flee your own blood, is this blood here any special? What you're telling me, you told someone else somewhere. So they usually gravitate to the woman who has a low entry level. Anybody who gets together with you knowing you're married elsewhere, they usually either very weak-minded or very wicked.
Yeah. Weak-minded or very wicked.
Yes. Wicked means deliberately not caring, heartless, to charm you for their benefit, just selfish, for the money, for the world. They don't care. So those ones can discard you at any time or kick you out or whatever, get a mafia to discipline you. The weak one is just unaware, uninformed, mistaken, presumptuous. They're getting excited that this man is coming, this man is with me. And he's married. You think he is with you alone?
No.
If he cannot contain himself at home, do you think he can contain himself with you?
No.
I hope he's cheating with me alone. He's not cheating on the way we are cheating on him, cheating on me, but not cheating also on me. We're cheating with me and cheating on me.
Yes.
That's who he is. That's his character.
I read somewhere something that said when you're a side chick and you're looking at your man's phone to see if he's cheating, aren't you evidence enough? You're the evidence that he's cheating. Yes.
So the thief, the fellow thief, is looking whether you are really stealing.
Yes.
But we are here to steal. So you have no moral authority.
Yes.
So these side chicks usually have no rationale. Their selfishness and weakness to carry their own weight in life. Short-sightedness. To see that they're being given the short hand of the deal. The short end of the deal. Yes. To see that they're being short-changed. That they're just swallowing lies because of their emotional reasoning. Yeah. Because of all that fog, they can't see. Yeah. And generally they'll be eliminated by life. Generally, they'll be given children or wasted time and left. And they're bitter or someone else comes, deceives them. And I don't want you to imagine that it's always the girls who can't feed themselves. Sometimes it's women who will otherwise have a future. Otherwise could have established family. Yeah. They're just morally loose. A woman who has opened sexual doors is enough. A man will take her to cloud 9 and she'll stick there, although he's married. A woman only needs to open sexual gates, and there will come a man who takes the time to make her feel happy because he is not here to build anything. Yes. When a man is not trying to build anything with you, he can go out of his way to please you sexually, to win you for himself.
True.
As a side snack.
Yeah.
Do you think he's always like that? When he finally gets comfortable with you, he will neglect you the way he's neglecting the other side.
And go to someone else.
Yes. So for deception. A man can do anything.
Yeah.
So many women are not, you wouldn't call them stranded in life that they need a man. There are those who are that they need to be propped up by man. But many of them are financially organized, they have a career, but they don't have any moral standard.
Yeah.
They think they can just have hit and run with men. And those men know that a woman gets very attached. You give her a good experience. He only gives you a good experience.
Yeah.
And you are confused. And you are attached. And you are... After that, you will be looking back at your decisions and you realize you're being staggering like an aircraft with no radar. Just staggering.
Yeah.
Staggering. Just to tell you, sometimes it's because this side chick can't challenge, can't ask questions, can't hold him accountable. Morally speaking, the moral setting of this relationship does not allow her to enforce any standards.
Yeah.
She has no... The president is bad. He had to lie to be with you. So how can you ask him about lying? He had to cheat to be with you. How can you ask him about cheating?
Yeah.
Also, when he can play between the two women to avoid being accountable anywhere, he will be playing like that to avoid being answerable here. When he knows there's chaos here, he disappears to this one.
Yeah.
There's tension there, disappears to this one.
Yes.
So sometimes it's just that kind of a game. But it's not, he is not usually thinking about the well-being of his children, the well-being of his family. It's just selfish, absorbed.
Yeah.
So this second reason here is to tell you, when you are the woman and you notice that he's having that side chick over there, that relationship they have over there is supported by your presence. Paradoxically, the cheating is sweet because you're in the picture.
Yeah.
Just remove yourself out of the picture and the fun dies. You're the one holding him up. You're the one giving him family.
Yes.
You're the one giving him social stability. Just get out.
And the thrill of cheating will end.
Exactly, because now it's no longer cheating. You've told them to officially be together. They realize they can't trust this creature, neither can I trust this one.
And their forming stage now moves to the...
Exactly, the storming stage.
To the storming.
And I know your potential to cheat because you cheated with me, and I also know your potential. No trust.
Yes.
And they have no foundation except stolen bread. They made over stolen bread. That is what to tell you that. Don't stay because society tells you to persist, you are just enabling. When you stay, when a person is cheating, you are enabling it.
Yeah.
When you remove yourself from the picture, sometimes they may even try to upgrade that other one to wife to make you feel that. You have seen how that ends. These are not women who wanted to build you.
Yeah.
Normally, the type of this woman is not one that builds you. Normally, the type of this woman is not one that wants to elevate you. Normally, this is a woman who wanted to take or just enjoy.
Okay.
When it comes to the bite of life, some of them may rush to your home to get a home. Some of them do not have a home. So they may accept the marriage to find a place to put their children, to come and enjoy what you had built with the other woman. But they don't have the commitment to watch over your soul.
Yeah.
By definition, a side chick can't be prayerful. She's living a sinful life.
True.
You left a woman who had the burden to pray you up, to see things ahead for you, to have intuition ahead for you. It will take a lot of transformation for a side chick to transform her moral orientation, to watch over you like your real woman
Like
is
a wife.
It may never happen. Usually it never happens. The person who felt a burden to be a watcher over your soul, you don't get those kind of people one after the other.
Don't get it twice.
You screw up with one, you just live with a reminder of what you had.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. I love how you explained that the man is thrilled by the forming stage and he keeps going back to it, starting all over again, not aware that even with that stage he will move to the second one, which might not end up so good. Okay, now there's this statement that goes around and people say that men are naturally polygamous. I don't buy that, but I don't know what's your opinion on that.
No, there's no uniform thing about men being naturally polygamous. The right statement is humans are naturally restless.
Oh, okay.
Humans. It's not natural by our sinful nature to be loyal, to be committed, to be true, to keep our word,
Yeah.
to stick with our partner, to keep promise. That's not natural.
Yeah, it's not.
So let's stop picking men. Just pick all humans.
It's humans.
Why do they assume women long for faithfulness? Women are not tempted.
They are.
So why are we leaving them out? Even them, they're naturally bigamous. If that is how we want to express it, if that is the language we want to use,
Yes.
we might as well be honest. No human is naturally finding it easy to be true.
Yeah.
Walking the narrow path cannot, by definition, be easy.
It's not easy.
So why are we trying to make it seem like it's a man thing? Men just have more freedom in society to roam. Women don't have that freedom. They're punished more. One man cheated with 400 women. All the 400 couldn't afford to disclose it. But the one idiot
Disclosed all of them.
is filming to enjoy watching.
Yes.
To tell you that it's not the men, it's just that that word polygamy is accepted more than bigamy. The man is being allowed to marry two women, and the woman is not being allowed to marry two men. There's that social freedom more because the men are setting the rules. With the hyena is a judge. The God has no justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just to tell you, it's not men, it's humans.
It's humans.
All of us. Takes effort to be true. Takes commitment and maturity to be trustworthy when nobody's watching you. Temptations are there. Your body doesn't want it.
Yeah.
You force it. Nobody wants your body. You just longs to be true. This world, with all triggers, with all these
Humans
visual
are
flashes.
restless.
No, don't listen to that nonsense. Next time they say, ask them, why are you narrowing? Ask them, why are you narrowing on men?
Yeah, it's not just men.
What makes you think that women are naturally monogamous? Where do you get that idea from? Can you challenge them? Just challenge them.
Yeah.
Tell them, so you think. We being faithful is easy. And you can show them your inbox. I'm a married woman.
Yes.
Check how many of you are trying to hit on me.
Yes.
How many? Look at my block list. Just
Yes.
don't listen to that nonsense next time. Eh? Tell them, I don't believe you can be a grown-up and so one-sided. Which world did you live in? Ask any woman next to you.
Yeah.
What it takes to resist. So ask her.
Yeah.
How many men are offering money when she needs money?
True.
Huh. It's more profitable for women to cheat than for men. Men need to pay to cheat. Women are paid to cheat. So who is easier to cheat? Surely.
The woman.
Thank you. Can you stop these lies?
Yes.
The guy needs to pay,
To cheat.
but the woman is paid.
They receive.
So can you say the man is not? The woman is under more pressure,
To cheat.
and the woman is being hit on by your brothers. It's sometimes even by your dad.
Yeah.
By any ML thing, your worker, your driver, anything. I don't want that nonsense.
Yeah.
That is men who are natural. It's humans who are naturally defiant. We degenerate to chaos when there's no higher order. When there's no divinity to live for, morality to live for, direction to live for, purpose, destiny. When there's no reason to hold ourselves to a higher call, we degenerate to animal life. Animal.
Yeah.
Never be left out next time. They try to say, men, tell me too. Yes.
Oh, Zulu has said it. It's not just men, but humans are restless. And we should not keep going back to the forming stage, because definitely we're going to get to the next stage and feel the urge to go back again. Such wisdom. I loved that. And this conversation has been really interesting. Now, I read somewhere, someone called Light Opeza said, the only way to get wisdom with you in your house is to buy books written by wise people. I urge you to go to www.benjaminzuluglobal.com and purchase his books, and trust you me, they are thrilling, they are educating, and they just have the oomph of it all. Please go there and get yourself a copy. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. Bye bye.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin